I am your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. I have noticed something about businesses in Nigeria. Amongst those you employ, even in the Bible, Jesus had what's Judas? Jesus had Judas who was stealing from the purse that the disciples and Jesus had. I want to do this video on why do people steal in the workplace. Why do people steal in the workplace? In Nigeria, you will tell me in the comment section your experiences if you do business and you employ people or what you have noticed in your workplace. I have been employing people from a relatively very young age, 29, and people steal. They steal a lot. I was in a business place. The diesel that is supposed to be used to power the generators, the security men connived with each other to steal the diesel. I have drivers who steal fuel from my buses. All kinds of things are stolen. Then I also noticed that um, people in business places steal, they connive and steal. There was a cashier in one of the ShopRite places in Lagos. She came with her own ATM machine and people will be paying into her account, and she had stolen about 200 million before she was caught. I was thinking it was only a Nigerian situation because it's so prevalent here, and that will include stealing government money, public funds, money from organizations that people belong to. I had to go and do a research, and I found out that people steal because of three issues, according to Donald Cressey. Cressey is Cressey. Was an American psychologist, a penologist, a criminologist. He was so much into studying crime and criminal behavior. He said that there is a triad that leads to theft in the workplace or theft generally. One is pressure, pressure to belong, pressure to feel like the Joneses, to behave like the Joneses, pressure to be accepted, pressure from family, from friends, from personal needs. And in one of the places where I read, um, Noel McCarthy was writing about an old lady who went to a supermarket, a store, and stole a can of tuna fish and cat food, a can of cat food. And a 30-year-old manager of the store arrested her and called the, the police. The police got there, saw this fragile looking old lady. And the old lady said that she had no food at home, that they had not paid her the benefits that they receive as old people. In America, it is 2 weeks' time that they will pay them. And so she had to take that thing, the can of tuna, and the cat food. Her cat is hungry, no food. When the police officer that came to arrest her got there, he did some shopping for the old woman and bought cat food for the cat. But the young boy insisted that the woman must be taken to the police station. So they took the woman to the police station. The police subsequently traced her home and bought cat food for the cat, did shopping for her because she was a first offender. The charges were dropped. And in some states, as at that time, if the stuff stolen is not up to $900, the person will not be jailed or prosecuted. So that old woman really had pressure. And in the Bible in those days, there was a provision for the widows, the poor, the stranger, and the needy. And that was gleaning. That was what Ruth went to do. I grew up knowing about gleaning. Even in Yoruba land, it's called egunbo. That is, you go and glean. I remember I've gone with my mother to a cassava farm. The people had harvested, and there were still some cassava stems left, and we gleaned. I remember that. Remember that vividly. I remember the place. I can still see the farm. And so, pressure. Now, instead of you to still beg, I try not to put myself under any form of pressure. Godliness with contentment is great gain. If I don't have it now, I will have it in the future. If I don't have it today, I will save for it. If I can't pay at once, I will pay gradually. One of the things that I will add to the triangle of Donald Cressy is parental training. We grew up never ever bringing anything to the house that was not bought for you, that you cannot explain the origin. And it stayed with me till today. What does not belong to me is not my own. I did a business with my friend. We were importing fish meal from Pakistan. I saw the address of the company. I never copied it. That man is not my open door, is my brother's open door. I never copied it. The same thing has helped me in marriage. My wife is my wife. Another woman outside is not my right, and so cannot play the role of my wife. I lived in a house with 4 beautiful girls, my friend's house. When I was in the university, I did not ever speak to any of them. And thank God I did not. Learn to treasure what you have, be satisfied with what you have, even if you are motivated by what others have. Pray, walk, exercise faith and patience, And when it is your turn, you will get it. When it is your time, you will get it. I don't put myself under pressure to do anything when I was still having children. It is the clothes I have at home that I will wear to dedicate my children. It is what I can afford that I will give to you. Many times I told them, don't come to the house. We gave them whatever we needed to give them. In the church, I will not compare myself with any person. The next reason why people steal is opportunity. Opportunity in this case is that they see that if they steal, they won't be caught. Records are not kept. Security measures are not put in place. There are no CCTV cameras. Accounts are not audited. And so if the person sees an opportunity to steal without being caught, and usually without being disciplined, they will steal. The third reason or the fourth reason why people steal is rationalization. After all, I'm not being well paid. After all, only this one will not affect the company. After all, the man got his money from government. After all, he too is a thief. After all Nigerians are corrupt. Rationalization. After all, this small quantity will not affect the whole company. You can give all the excuses in the world for stealing, but there's no good reason, and the courts will hold you accountable. So, there are other things that make people steal. Pressure. Let's go back to pressure. Pressure is what drives motivation to steal. Addictive behavior like alcohol or drugs will make you steal to support such habits. The next thing is the desire to enhance your standard. Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Why don't you do this? Your mates are doing this. And so people will steal to enhance their standards. The writer, Noel McCarthy, said that desire never wants what it has. Desire never wants what it has gotten. And desire never stops to desire. So that's why people steal. And it is a very dangerous thing that can hinder any country, hinder any business. Walmart, owned by Sam Walton, opened a mall in one state in America. The governor passed a law that if you steal anything that is less than $1,000, that you shouldn't be arrested and you shouldn't be prosecuted. And after some months or a period of time, all the shelves were empty because the people came to steal with calculators, made sure that it was not up to $1,000, and they just walked out of the supermarket, like as they do in the UK. Just walked out. After some time, Walmart closed in that place. I'm always embarrassed to see women stuffing things into their bodies, their braziers, their panties, things that I'm always embarrassed when I see young men being maltreated because they stole. Godliness with contentment is great gain. Learn to value what you have. Work hard to get what you desire. I am Dr. Charles Apoki. I have properties for sale. Join my WhatsApp mentorship group. You can call for paid counseling. My time is expensive and very important. I have properties for sale, books for sale. Subscribe to this channel. Send a message to +234 80 21 21 92 62. One other reason people steal in Nigeria is an entitlement mentality. They feel they are entitled to steal. They call it work chop. May God help you know that God does not tolerate theft. I'm Dr. Charles Apoki.